to our January 22nd town board meeting. Please take note of the exits in the back. And please stand while we salute the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Deputy Town Clerk, can you please call the roll call?
Councilman Brink?
Here.
Councilman Kitchen?
Here.
Councilman Morrow?
Here.
Councilman Secreto?
Here.
Supervisor Quigley is absent.
Is there any additions or changes to the agenda this evening? Does anybody in the audience have any public discussion on any agenda items only? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address. I see none, so I'll move on. Ms. Deputy Town Clerk, do you have any communications?
Yes, I have a letter to Supervisor Quigley to read. Hello there, sir. My name is Skylar Woolsey from the town of Boston Spa and resident of Capital Region. I've researched Lake Katrine and the main intersections that you have there on Google Maps and on the road. I enclosed the 2 new adjustments for your town. For instance, I made ideas such as black poles and traffic solar lights. Solar traffic lights would be useful to save a lot of electricity and greatly help in case the power ever goes out. For example, I looked at the areas of traffic lights that have been dangerous there. I had made many drawings to have new adjustments to improve Lake Katrine intersections. Also, my newest drawings and my knowledge will both help for all the residents in the town of Lake Katrine to feel safe to have the only 2 main intersections to be improved. So I know that you're a busy guy as town supervisor, but I appreciate taking a look at my ideas. I am always interested in to be improving the town of Lake Katrine's traffic safety in Ulster County into the future. Sincerely, Skylar Cruz Woolsey, local resident of Boston Spa in Saratoga County.
Thank you. We'll forward that letter to Mr. Quigley and have you follow up. Councilman Brink, do you have the abstract of claims to read for us this evening?
Yes, I do, Deputy Supervisor. My mic is not working, so I'll have to shout so you can hear me. My mic is now working, I won't shout. The Finance Committee met this past Wednesday, and we went through the bills and the abstract, and we found everything to be in order. And I would like to read the totals and then ask for a vote. So, the prepaid, now I'm reading, this is 2014. The prepaid is $22,361.24. The abstract bills are $348,600.85. And the total is $370,962.90. And Deputy Supervisor, I'd ask for a motion and a vote to accept this 2014 December abstract as read.
I'll make that motion. I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye. Now I have the January 2015, and the prepaid bills total $146,273.48. The abstract bills total $502,134.74. The escrow total $2,687.50, and the reserve account $7,696.65, and the total of all those is $658,792.37. And Deputy Supervisor would ask for a motion to accept this abstract as
I'll
read.
make that motion. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
There are no budget modifications this evening, so we'll move on to new business.
I need a motion authorizing the building inspector to attend the Tri-County NISBOC, New York State Building and Codes meeting on February 18th, 2015,
I'll make that
here
motion.
in Kingston.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Next motion, I need a motion authorizing the deputy town clerk, Ms. Linda McDonough, to attend the 2015 training school and annual meeting on February 15th through the 18th.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Make mention that that's the town association meeting.
Right, that is the town association meeting in New York City. Ms. McDonough, who has been recently sworn in as our new deputy clerk, will be attending this training session, which will be very helpful in the new position as deputy town clerk. Moving on, discussion on the installation of neighborhood watch signs on Goff Terrace. I have a letter here dated January 19th, 2014, to whom it may concern, due to the well-documented ongoing drug problems we have had in our quiet little neighborhood. As one part of trying to help the situation, we are requesting drug-free neighborhood signs and also neighborhood watch signs. They will be distributed to these families to put up in our community. Thank you. This is from Marie and Bob Barnes on Marilena Avenue, Glenn and Diane Warnock, Darrell and Maria Griswold, Tom Jones, Sandy Johns, Jones Meyer, Juliet Reynolds, and Christina Wright Meyer. Does anybody have anything that they would like to discuss at this time on this request from Mrs. Griswold at 8 Goff Terrace? Any member of the town board?
I would suggest that we discuss this with the chief of police and the highway superintendent and the appropriate committees on the board.
I chair the highway committee. I'll meet with the chief and Frank, and we'll go up there and check it out.
All right, can you report back to us at the next town board meeting in February?
I can do that.
With what's transpired? All right, great. So Councilman Secreto, as part of the highway committee, will meet with Chief Cruz and Frank Petchemar and maybe reach out to Mrs. Griswold, try to identify what's going on in that neighborhood. Moving on. I'm going to read a resolution acknowledging the appointment of our deputy town clerk, deputy register of vital statistics, and a deputy deputy tax collector, Miss Linda McDonough. Whereas the town clerk, register of vital statistics, and tax collector is authorized to appoint deputies to such positions, and whereas Jason Cosenza, town clerk / registrar of vital statistics, tax collector, has appointed Linda McDonough as deputy town clerk, deputy register of vital statistics, and deputy tax collector in the town of Ulster, 2015. Now therefore be resolved that the town board acknowledges the appointment of Linda McDonough as deputy clerk, deputy register of vital statistics, deputy tax collector in the town of Ulster for 2015. So I would call for a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Moving on, the next is a resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign a new checking account for the payroll at J.P. Morgan Chase Bank.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And moving on to old business, we have a motion to award the bid as part of the 2015 equipment replacement program. This is Frank Petchemar, who's been working on it with the highway department, for two 2015 utility bodies and accessories as described in bid number RFB TOUH 2015-01. Can I have a motion?
So
to
I'll
award
move.
the bid?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Then one more communication this evening, which was from the Mid-Hudson Medical Group. They had reached out to the town, and I believe that this is probably a county issue. So it's good to see if Mr. Maloney could maybe reach out to the county and speak to them. They would like UCAT service. If it's possible, if UCAT service could pull into their parking lot of their medical facility to drop off and pick up patients versus dropping them off on 9W. So we will be following up on that, see if we can work something out with UCAT. Last thing I want to say before we go into public comment is, last couple of weeks there's been a series of several water breaks throughout the town. Frank, I believe it's been 3, right? Correct? At least 3? Where our highway department, our water department, sewer department, police department have been out on these roads late at night for many, many hours. One particular break was in front of Red Lobster last week. And I don't think these guys started around between 3 and 4 o'clock, and these guys didn't come in until 1, close to 2 o'clock in the morning. They were there all night. And I got to say, we have a very dedicated staff of employees, and I got to tell you, we're very thankful for them. And these guys really deserve our thanks and our appreciation, and I want to extend that from the town board. Thank you. Moving on to our public comment section. So any member of the audience may comment on anything that's not on the agenda tonight. If you have any public comment, feel free to come to the microphone. State your name, address, and please keep your comments to 3 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Rebecca Martin, Kingston, New York. We called today to learn that the town of Ulster hasn't received a communication from the Chazen companies, from the Niagara Bottling Company, and their scoping, the draft scoping document. Is that correct?
That's correct. The town board has not received a scoping document from Chazen. No, we have not.
In the secret timeline that the town board initiated, where it states that the projected publication date was December 22nd, it says that the date may be extended by town board resolution. And I'm wondering if the board has any plans to, since today was the deadline, to extend that deadline?
We haven't even received the scoping document. We don't know if it's even begun yet.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that has public comment?
Hi, good evening. My name is David Bruner. I live in Kingston, New York, down in the Rhondda. Gentlemen, I want to speak to the Niagara bottling issue. In your efforts to keep things as simple as possible, which is always desirable, the town of Ulster and the Kingston Water Department were able to agree together on the details of this project and announce it as a reasonable deal, complete and without controversy. But since that announcement, a lot has changed. Even if the town of Ulster had its own water system, I think in these times of climate change, it would still be a tough sell. As it is, the Chazen companies themselves have needed much more time than anticipated just to produce the scoping document. Add to this the keen interest of Saugerties, Woodstock, and the citizens of the town and the city of Kingston. The issue has become much more complex and very controversial. So now, I believe it is prudent and reasonable for me to ask that you give time for public comment. That is, at the very least, as long as the period of time that it has taken Chazen to deliver the scoping document, at least. You must provide for public input on this project, as it affects what is, in a very real way, the public comments, that is. After all, who does this water belong to? Certainly not to the town of Ulster, or even the Kingston Water Department. And certainly everyone who relates to this water in any way has a stake in what happens to it. It could very well be said that this water belongs to God, in whatever form it appears to you. Gentlemen, the right thing to do is take the time necessary to gather everyone's input. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good evening, Jennifer Schwartzberkey, Kingston, New York. I just want to clarify, because you responded to Rebecca Martin saying that you hadn't received any scoping documents from Chazen as of yet.
Correct. When we receive the public scoping document, okay, we will acknowledge that we have receipt of it, and it will go out to the...
Okay, I just wanted to ask then to follow up. Thank you. I just wanted to ask then to follow up, have you received any other communications from Chazen Company or Niagara regarding their moving forward with the project that you can tell us about?
Ma'am, I have not.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Simonson from Lakeville, New York. I'm going to follow up again with what Jennifer and Rebecca have you had any direct communication, knowing that you anticipated the scoping document to be available today? Has anyone on the town board or the deputy supervisor contacted Chazen directly and asked them when you can expect to get the document?
No, we have not.
I would respectfully request that perhaps you could do that to initiate some kind of dialogue with Chazen, and or maybe perhaps, someone in the, maybe I should, or I think it would be good to have maybe a proactive stand to reach out to Chazen directly and say that you have people in the community that are interested in seeing the document, and when can you expect to see it? Thank you.
Does anyone else have any other comment?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, for coming.